Once upon a time, when the Saxons were invading Britain, they faced strong opposition from the natives. Something that would become ironic in Britain's future, but anyway, eventually the Britons and Saxons agreed to meet on Salisbury Plain to attempt to negotiate a treaty. The leaders were to meet without any weapons, but the treacherous Saxons smuggled in their knives. Naughty boys. Once all the chiefs had arrived, they stood in a circle, with the positions alternating between Saxon and Briton. The negotiations began, but didn't last long. When they received their signal, the Saxon chiefs drew out their knives and each stabbed the Briton standing to his left. After this supposed victory, the Saxons ruled for a while, but soon the British prince Aurelius Ambrosius returned from France, where he'd been exiled, with his brother Uther Pendragon. The brothers returned and succeeded in many battles against the Saxons. After a great number of victories, Aurelius desired to honour the British chiefs, who'd been murdered on Salisbury Plain, by erecting a monument where the atrocity had occurred. To this end, Aurelius called on the wisdom of the great wizard Merlin, you might have heard of him, who told him of a beautiful stone circle in Ireland that had been built by giants. The circle was called the Giant's Dance. The Irish understandably wished to keep their monument, but Uther's warriors persisted and eventually won the stones. I'm sure it was a total fair fight and no one was annoyed at the result. Once ownership of the stones had been won/taken from the Irish, Merlin applied all his knowledge to arrange the uprooting of the stones, their transportation on ships, then their final re-erection as the monument to honour the slain British chiefs. The stones stood proudly on Salisbury Plain and eventually came to be known as Stonehenge, or Stonehenge if you're local. Years later, after Aurelius Ambrosius eventually passed away, he was buried in the centre of the Giant's Dance. So too was his brother Uther when he died. Uther's son was the legendary King Arthur, heard of him? And it was supposed to be that he would be buried there too one day, but Arthur was never taken by death. Instead, when he was mortally wounded, he was transported to the magical Isle of Avalon, where he will remain asleep until his country's hour of need, when he'll wake and return as the once and future king. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this story. For more stuff like this, please check out my Instagram and YouTube, both of which are Has John Art, because I'm really inventive when I name my stuff.